a tough start for both of these teams. Still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. He's brought down at the end of a nearly 30-yard gain. And that's good for a Seattle first down.
A 28-yard gain.
That right there, that's how you get your guy right back into the group he was in last week. They couldn't cover him a week ago, and I know it didn't result in a win, but you love getting your difference makers the ball early.
Play fake, Darnold. And down he goes. They drop him right along that midfield stripe. And that backs them up now into a 2nd and 18.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Second down, Darnold. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And to the ground it goes, so an incomplete pass brings us to 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
And they'll be backed up to begin this drive. Great work by the punt team down in it at the 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt, and it for the first time. And give him a flash set of downs. That play goes for 10. Pinned down deep on your own side, Brock. You know what that defense is thinking. They want to stick it to you, but they still found a way to find a little running room there.
You spent quite a bit of time really in training camp. Not in season as much, Kate, but in training camp working on this backed-up situation. And that's exactly what you want. You want to see the ball matriculate forward. And to do it on the ground, even better.
To throw, Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Daniels to throw. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock. But no chance. It's 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. Byron Murphy. And now it is 4th and 17.
Okay, you've heard me talk about these 3rd downs for years now as the money down. It's usually looking at it offensively. But that's how you make your money defensively. Knock them backwards on the critical down and distance.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tress Way. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Darnold now to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, this defense stringing together some strong reps here early, Brock. That pass rush off to a great start.
One thing I've grown to appreciate, too, in this just kind of analytical revolution we're in, the stats of today, Kate, it's not just sacks, it's pressures. Right? It's those hits, those pressures, because you know they make a strong impact, too.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold to throw. And he can't hang on as he gets hit trying to make that catch. Brock's going to force 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here's Krosky Merritt to open the drive. And the stop is made. 1st down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Daniels.
line.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. He's going to be forced out there after a gain of about 14. And it's going to be 1st down Commanders.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. He'll muster a little down to the 30. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Daniels. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, and now it's 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Patrol. Salty Springs.
Daniels now. That one complete to Diggs. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Well, last week he was one of the many guys held in check in that loss, right, Brock? But there's an early catch towards a hopefully better overall effort in this one.
Ultimate team sport. It's never about any individual, but it's about the whole group. A lot of people got to step up this week, and it's a good way to start it.
Krosky Merritt. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
He
was quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Daniels back to throw. Finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jake Moody on for the PAT. This attempt is up and it is good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Seahawks 0.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Charbonnet. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick 6. On is Moody for the extra point. The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting this one out with Charbonnet. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Talk about an explosive start to this drive. 30 yards.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Seattle.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. So that connection for first will bring us to the end of the 1st. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back now for the 2nd quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Well, that hit arrived just in the nick of time. It's enough to break up the catch and bring up 3rd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
They kick the running back in motion. Throw here, 3rd down. The throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And they're going to wind up with about a 6-yard gain here as he's hauled down. Going to be a decent bit short, though. It's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not... Camp. You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. And motion him out of the backfield left. Now Darnold, 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know that was exactly what the defense talked about on the sidelines, getting ready for that drive. Let's send a message from the jump, and let's hit them hard.
Here's Daniels on 2nd. Into traffic, complete! They get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And it is a 1st down, Washington. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. He finds Tigakongwo for the grab. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now run it out of the pistol. Kronsky Merritt. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Second down carry for Jones. And he's going to take this to the 23. The stop made to set up 3rd and very short.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Third down, here's Jones. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. 4th down, here's Daniels. That's cut beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Seahawks 9-yard line.
Throwing now, Daniels. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19.
By
DeMarcus Lawrence.
A 9-yard loss.
And it's going to be
Brings up
third
third
down
and goal.
after this 2-minute warning.
Look. Get set. Get set. That's 20. Wilson.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
Great, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Moody knocks it through. And that will add to their score.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold has him on the quick hitter. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Gain of 12. First down, Seahawks.
To throw, here's Darnold. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Quan Martin with the pick.
Darnold's pass. Intercepted.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. We've got fireworks on the first play of the drive. 37 yards.
And the Washington.
But those are the hurry-up offense here.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Daniels to throw. No place to go here, and they plant him back at the 37. Leonard Williams. His first this season after he had 7 of them last year. And they need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. After the sack, Daniels. And it's off his hands and incomplete. So an opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Attack! Attack! Rhino! Rhino! Attack! Win! Go! Out!
To throw, Daniels. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. Shaheed on to handle the return. he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This is Darnold on 1st, completing just a 1/3 of his passes. That last play makes him 5 for 15 so far. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44.
And the Seahawks
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. Johnny Newton. And now it's going to be 2nd and 20.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's Darnold to throw. Taking a shot deep here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the 2nd half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that 1st half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. And in the 2nd half, going to start with a run by Krosky Merritt. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Daniels back to throw. He rolls to his right. Connection made with his back deep downfield. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point.
Jake Moody for the extra point.
This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that makes this a 24-point ball game.
Commanders 24, Seahawks nothing.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards,
Second down, Darnold. Into the hands of Smith and Jigba over the middle. Now, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
And it's 3rd down.
Darnold. Getting his throw's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down.
the issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Hey, score! 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 Score!
Give it to Krosky Merritt. This is ahead for about 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
He's brought down at
That
the
is
31.
simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, Nabs 5, now 2nd and 5. Running once again with Krosky Merritt. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Showing a little burst so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Darnold now to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Talk about an explosive start to this drive. 30 yards.
First down.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Milroe looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough-ass partner making that play against double coverage. It's 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that's going to be a Seahawks 1st down.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much down into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cooper caught the intended receiver, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
18 Radical. Buffalo 18, Pioneer, 19 Light, trap 60.
Throw here, 3rd down. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Trying for it with Milroe. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Result of the play.
On any 4th down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Krosky Merritt on 1st down. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 2nd down now. They need 7. Here's Daniels. Complete to Diggs out left. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that's going to bring up a Commanders 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. Across the 45 and still going. He's at the 30, 20, 15. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
On is Moody for the extra point. The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. So they'll decline this and take the results. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Charbonnet. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Zach Charbonnet.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. You could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They give up the guts. It's Price. And he'll have him 4 and the first down as he's brought to a stop. Well, he had to be patient. He had to wait to get his first run of this game, Brock, and he certainly made the most of it.
It might just be a game where you don't get as many looks, not as many touches, so you better maximize them when you do, and he just did.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Back to the line they come, second down. Here's Price on the give. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 6, and now they've got 3rd and 7.
As the reams of data have really grown, Kate, and this game is becoming more analytical by the Sunday, I think we have learned that running volume matters. You can't get away from the run game, especially after a negative play. I like that call.
We go play action here. It's Milroe. And it is incomplete. We're big on the final play of our third quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And on 4th down, they respond. 18 yards on the pickup. That's going to be a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
4th down play sets him up now inside the 35-yard line. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw. Here's Milroe. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Milroe.
6-yard line.
Smith and Jigba with yet another catch. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
16 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Now motion him out of the backfield. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he stopped just before he can cross the goal line, and also somehow, Brock, short of that first down marker too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. There's a shotgun give to Price. And at least they'll avoid the shutout here. Touchdown, Seattle. Jadarian Price with his first NFL touchdown. One after for Myers. He is up and good. And they take a molehill off that mountain. Deficit still at 27.
34. Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for
On
Seattle.
now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Buying some time right. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Sometimes they hit and breaks up the catch. Incomplete. That defensive effort is going to force 4th down.
Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10.
Nothing like practice 16 average, 16 average, 18 runner, 18 runner.
Throwing here, Milrow. Rushes right there as he releases it. That goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. Get a 2nd down. And it just seems, Brock, like this punishment is not going to end until that clock runs out. It has been a lot of plays just like that one that have led them here.
You know what's funny, too, Kate, as you say that? I can still feel soreness in my neck, in my ribs, in my back after games like this where you just get hit a bunch.
Milrow here on 2nd. Fits it through the middle. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 34 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Offense going audible this time.
18, 5 in. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Now it's Milrow. And he's going to want another chance of that one. Catchable ball indeed. Just couldn't come up with it. 2nd down.
I can imagine the more vocal guys on that defense, especially linebacker, safety, reminding the guys, hey, listen, nothing behind us, and when we get a chance to knock it down, one-on-one, we got to win these contested plays as they just did.
70 Rangers, 70, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go, Reed, go.
Milrow to pass on 2nd down. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this is another incompletion. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And that brings up 4th and long.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Connection made to Shaheed. And that will be a touchdown as they come through with a little fight there, Brock, at the end of what has been a struggle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. On the ground, Jones to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The tackle
Offense in a hurry up here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second, Daniels. And he's going to be brought down back at the 13-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu.
A loss of 9
His
on the
first
play.
this season
Brings
after he
up
had
3rd
7
down.
of them last year.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Commanders nearing their first win of the season. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Daniels. And no luck. That's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down.
Jalen Lane.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here's Ryan. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Milrow now to throw. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
Gain on the play. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
Here's Milrow to throw. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. Brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards.
25 yards.
Washington calls it 2nd
down,
timeout.
Seahawks.
And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Milrow looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he gets home. Touchdown Seahawks. Jadarian Price. He gets another here in the 4th. Myers to add the PAT. Sent right down the middle and good. And the lead is cut to 13.
Commanders 34. Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Pressure closing in. They're going to get him back at the 20. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Brings up fourth down.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's got this at the 27. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. To the air, Milroe. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off Trey Amos. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing four, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Right back to Allen. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
It's now third.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he hits a wall. Stomps at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports.